While this bill, and be careful about what it does not get into the controversy of when human life begins. That's very clear. It's at fertilization. But we're not getting into that with this bill because it is, in many people's minds, controversial. We're not getting into the first week of life, before the new baby plants in the mother's womb. There are people who say it isn't human until after implantation. I don't know the reason why. They simply say she is not pregnant until after the baby plants. Well, it's an argument. But that one doesn't apply here. Then there are those who say, well, at least, unless the heart beats, this is not a baby, not alive yet. That's not true. But this bill recognizes that there are those people who have deep, legitimate in their minds, doubts about the presence of fully human life in the first 3, 4, 5 weeks, and bypasses that and says, when do you obviously see evidence of a human life? And that's when there's a heart beating. Pretty hard to deny if you're looking, and we can look and see them, that a heart is beating, that this in fact is not a living human. And so we've chosen that time to say that we should protect these developing humans after their heart begins to beat, at least clinically, that we can tell that. In other words, what I'm saying is we've got a shot that if this bill goes to the Supreme Court, it might be judged constitutional. Maybe not. I'm probably dreaming, but I know a good bit more than I've even told you. Be that as it may, this bill here, out of Ohio, if it goes up, and I hope it will, might well reverse Roe versus Wade in essence. Because if you stop all abortions after 3 or 4 weeks, you've pretty well stopped all abortions. And he might come that far, and he'll be the deciding vote. So, let me say once more, this has absolutely nothing to do with religion. It has absolutely nothing to do with almost anything else that's being said. We're talking about simple biology. This little one, who each of us once was, began as a single cell, progressively grew, did not become human, but each of us were human. And we as a society have arbitrarily decided to simply say that after a certain age, little people are not yet human, which is a lot of political nonsense. And slowly, our young people are coming to that. And I would suggest to you that as the pro-abortion cohort of our nation slowly moves off into the sunset, you look at the young people coming up, and not many of them are pro-abortion.